Hello, good evening, and welcome once again to this week's edition of Qatar magazine. Today we're coming from the Al Sultan Hotel, and we're at a photographic exhibition here at the hotel ballroom, and of course it's at least one of the artists and one of the photographers is Noor Al Maraihi, and we want to look at her photographs first. Now, there's a wonderful array of photographs, so I'm going to take you through them one by one with an interpreter. So please sit back, relax and enjoy the program. Right, I'm standing here with Rauha, who is helping me out today during the program because she's standing in for Noor Al Maraihi, and we're going to talk about some of these wonderful photographs that are here at this exhibition at Al Khor. Now, Rauha, yes. This one here, I really like this painting, or I shouldn't say painting because it's a photograph, yeah. But it almost looks like a painting to me. Yeah. But I've always wondered, you know, where was it taken? Where was this photograph?
In Dubai.
An aquarium in Dubai.
Yeah.
Because this is a sort of a lizard, and you've only got to make the slightest movement and they'll go scurrying away.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm gonna explain. The lizard she took the photo in the dark, yeah. The spotlight was in the lizard. That's why she didn't run away, you know?
Because the photograph was basically taken in the
dark.
In the dark.
Yeah, somewhere dark. Yeah. That's
see.
Why she didn't run away, because if she saw the light, she's gonna run, you know?
Yeah.
She's not going to be able to take a photo.
Yeah, because I mean it's amazing really when you look at it because of the way you got the way she's got the colours in there.
Exactly.
You know, it's not like something I would have expected. Apart from the fact, of course, of the dark background.
Yeah.
You can see that, and it's a really nice, a wonderful photograph. Now tell me one other thing. These photographs are on exhibition, but are they also on sale? Does Noor sell them? I mean,
no, it's not for sale.
Only just for
yeah. You
exhibit.
Can take a look. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, that's really wonderful. We move on to the next one now, which is another animal. Sure. It's an owl, and this was taken in Malaysia, I think you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is another something that will fly away very quickly if you put a flash into its eyes or something like this. And you can see by the eyes that
desperate, you know.
It hasn't been, or at least it doesn't look like there's been a flash gun used. It looks like the photograph's been taken with an open exposure.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
And does Noor travel all over the world taking these photographs?
Yes.
All over the world.
Yeah.
And
not technically,
but they come from all over the world.
Yes.
Well, this is a rather nice one. I'm very fond of this one. I like owls.
Too.
No, I like owls, and you know they've got big eyes, and they're able to see in the dark, which is something I wish I could do. Now, Roja, this is a very, very lovely photo of a very pretty girl, and I believe that this girl actually lives here in Al Khor.
Yes.
And I mean, the way she's posed for the photograph is really, I mean, it's just beautiful.
Perfect.
And she's wearing a tutu, so presumably she's, or I would think, that she rather likes ballet. Yes, because...
you can say that.
Because, I mean, and the colour, I mean, it's definitely for a rather pretty young girl.
Yes.
And this photograph could end up making her famous.
Exactly, yeah.
Really, yes. I mean, all I can say is that it's a wonderful, wonderful photograph.
For wonderful
and
girl.
A lovely, pretty, very, very sort of. Her skin also is like translucent. Exactly. It's very clear. Yes. She has very clear skin.
Softly, like.
Really, really, really nice. Now I want to press on to this one because this is unusual in as much as this photograph, I believe, is in Mecca.
In Mecca, yeah.
Yeah, near the Kaaba.
Yeah.
Near the Kaaba.
Yes.
And we can see it says on the top, it says Allahu Akbar, and also it has the cross swords of Saudi Arabia here.
Yeah.
Now this, I mean, is this, is it part of the mosque or
Yes.
is it near it? You know, can people walk inside it,
Yes.
or is it a clock tower?
No, you can walk inside it.
You can go inside
yes,
it.
Yes, yes, yes.
And this is, and so if you go, people who go to Mecca and go to the Kaaba, they will see this somewhere.
Yes, you can see it clearly, yeah.
Clearly.
Yes.
So it's very tall. Well, mind you, it does. I can see the crane there.
Yes, they're gonna continue it, yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's a really unusual clock. In as much as from a distance, I thought it was Big Ben in London, but of course, once you get closer, you can see that it isn't. Now we want to go on to the next one, to our next photograph here. Now this one is also of another little animal and perched on a rose. Now this bird, if you look at the rose,
He looks free, you know.
if you look at the size of the rose, a rose is quite small, and then you look at this bird, and the rose is bigger than the bird.
The bird, yes.
Yeah. So this
It
is
looks
a
scary,
very,
you know?
yeah,
You
it's a
can
very
feel-
tiny bird, and it's amazing that Noor was able to get the bird to stay on the rose. Because even when you're taking a photograph, especially when you're doing photography with the camera, you can hear the clicks.
Yes.
And the click alone is enough to frighten the bird away.
Yes, yeah.
So it's amazing that she actually got this photograph. I mean, some of these are truly amazing to my way
For
of
me, it's
thinking.
difficult to take this kind of.
Yeah, because I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I
me
couldn't
too.
take one like this. Now, if we can go on to the next one,
A beautiful lady.
this young lady looks like she's sitting on the moon. And it reminds me of the beginning of movies. There's a certain movie studio that has a little boy sitting on the moon with a fishing rod.
Yes.
And this sort of reminds me of that. But then again, this girl is also extremely pretty, and I mean, it's amazing how translucent her skin is. Now, is this the same girl that was photographed on the other one? No, but
it's not.
Still very, very pretty. And of course, you have all the Arabic writing here. Yeah.
For Ramadan.
Now, Rohan, this one, I think Noor was very lucky that the baby was asleep.
Sleeping, yeah.
Because I know from experience, when I've tried to take photographs of my grandson many years ago, the minute they see a camera in your hand, they don't know what it is, and they start crying. So this was, it's a beautiful photograph. I mean, well, babies are, most people, the minute they see a baby, they go, ah, you know, like this. And they love photographs of babies. And I love this idea.
Yes.
You know, it's presumably, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Yes.
Well, that would denote the flowers in her hair. But
You can notice that from the flower, you know.
yeah, but it's lovely that she was asleep.
Yes.
Otherwise, she might have looked extremely startled.
No.
Yeah. Now this one, this is I think this is either a heron or a stork.
A heron.
It's a lovely photograph of the bird.
Yes.
And I don't know where this was taken. Was this taken also at
In the bird.
at the bird sanctuary?
Yes.
Ah, yes. This was taken at the bird sanctuary, and also another rather unusual photograph because she looks like, or it looks like, it's about either to take off
Yes.
or land.
She took the photo so fast. Yes.
So she just took the photograph when it was about to take off.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather nice that.
Yes.
I like that. Now this next one coming up, now this is another
Beautiful lady.
beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
And you can't say anything less than that to a photograph like this. And of course she's sporting the Qatari flag
National
on her
flag,
cheek. Now was this taken during a, was it posed for, or was it taken during one of the special days we have here in Qatar?
Maybe we had taken for the National Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it was taken for National Day
Yes.
and posed like this for National Day. Well, I mean, now this costume she's wearing,
Qatar costume,
I've
yes.
seen many costumes like this over the years in Qatar. Some of them are really, really expensive.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
these belts are gold.
Yes.
Now some of them are not gold, some of them are gold. Now is this an original Qatari costume?
Yes.
An
yes,
original one?
Yes.
So therefore that would be, I would call that a rather nice thing to wear if you're a girl, and especially with all the necklaces and the gold and the jewelry and everything.
Yes.
Yes. No wonder some of the boys get jealous, you know. It's very true,
yes.
this. Now, this is a photograph, to me, looks like it's been taken in silhouette. Although it's not silhouette, because these are lace or curtains. They're mesh curtains, and there's two people people running, and they're behind the curtain, and one young lady in front of the curtain. Now, was this photograph taken at night?
Yeah.
This was taken at night.
Yeah, totally.
And of course, the lighting behind. This was all staged, all set lighting to get this special effect. Yes. Now
it's really nice, yeah.
It's nice, and also it's unusual because of the color that came out, the purple color that came out, using the blues at the back and everything. I don't know what color the mesh curtain was, but it looks to me like it's a shade of lilac, something like this. Now, Rohan, this young lady we've seen before.
Yes.
She's 8 years old,
Yeah.
and she likes to be photographed.
Yes.
And she does it very well. Now, I want to ask you only basically one question about this. These lanterns here, are they, because they're quite unusual to me, and it's not something that I see very often in
It's
Qatar.
for the Ramadan. For Ramadan.
From where?
Ramadan. Like
It's for Ramadan?
Yeah, it's
they're the Ramadan lanterns.
Yes.
That's why I don't see them very
Yes,
often.
exactly.
So these then are used during Ramadan. But this young lady, she's very photogenic, obviously, as we can see, and she loves having her photograph taken. Does she, now this dress that she's got on is just an ordinary dress, because we do see her, and we will be seeing, I think, some more photos of her in some very unusual and very nice costumes.
Yeah.
So this is basically just a photograph of the girl in her normal sort of dress that she would wear,
Yeah.
which is very, very nice. Now, can we go on to this one, which I'm very interested in, because once again, it's not black and white, but almost. It's almost a black and white shot, and it's of this is a butterfly. Now, was this taken in Qatar, or was this taken outside of Malaysia?
Yeah.
So this is another one from Malaysia.
Yeah.
Now, does she like photographing in Malaysia? Is there obviously, because I can see, and we will be looking at some other photographs, which I'm fairly sure we're taking in Malaysia as well, because they have things that we don't have here in Qatar. And you don't see butterflies like this very often.
Yes.
Because of its colouring, I can't tell whether it's an emperor or what kind of a butterfly it is, but still, I mean, being able to take photographs like this, it is the mark of a really good up-and-coming photographer. Now, this young lady here, Raha, she's celebrating Garangao during the holy month of Ramadan.
Yeah.
So, because I like what she's wearing. Because I love colourful photographs myself, you know, and especially when young girls are wearing really colourful dresses and uniforms, or whatever it is, you know, it's, whether it's national dress, a national dress of some kind, but I love the colours in it. Now she's holding here what I can see to be a walnut.
Yes.
Because during Garangao, for our viewers who don't understand what it is,
and stuff,
this is what the kids do it on certain days during Ramadan, and they go around and they get given sweets and fruits and candies and nuts and things like this, and of course they go around sometimes in these special costumes. Now this one on top of the head, this is gold? Is it gold or is it?
No, it's not gold.
No,
it's not
because
gold.
some of them are.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some of them.
This is really expensive, you know.
Yeah, and of course you wouldn't want to be wandering around during Garangawa and losing them, because it would be rather too much to lose.
Yes.
But there you are, and they have. I've seen these before as well. These special pots that they
Yeah.
have. Because,
So
and
they
they're
can
all-
put it inside
yeah.
the nuts and the candies and stuff.
And sweets, and they have this beautiful coloured lid.
Yeah, red and yellow.
You know, like, because I have a couple of these myself at
Really?
home. Yes, I bought them for, you know, for keepsakes. You know. Now, this photograph, you told me a little earlier on, was quite not so difficult to take because
Yeah.
this is Noor's
cat.
It belongs to Noor. So obviously the cat knows Noor, so she wouldn't get up and run away.
Yes.
And she's really taken a lovely photograph of this cat because this cat does not have blue eyes. It has a greenish coloured eyes usually. The only cats I know of with naturally blue eyes are Persian cats. But this cat, by using a filter of some kind, she's managed to make the cat's eyes blue, which it goes really beautiful with the fur. And you've got this carpet, which is almost the same colour as her eyes.
Her eyes, yeah.
Yeah,
Her eyes,
like
yeah.
this. So, I mean, this is a rather lovely photograph of a personal pet. So, you know, hopefully this will last a long time and always remind Noor of her cat.
Yeah.
Is the cat is a kitten? It's not the big one. It's a small
No, it's small.
one.
Yeah, it's small.
Small,
one,
yeah, still only a kitten. And then we move on to a photograph which I think is gorgeous because it's something that's sometimes very hard to get because these particular lilies, they only flower for about an hour or two and then the leaves start falling off. And they're usually found in big gardens. We've got lilies like this in Mauritius, in the Indian Ocean, in Pampavos Gardens in Mauritius, and with huge leaves. But the flower itself, when they flower, they usually only flower for a short time. So it was really great that she was able to get this butterfly,
yeah.
which is resting on top of this leaf here.
Yeah.
And it's even more unusual because
Yes.
Noor has got a fear of butterflies.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful photograph and well executed, and really it's the kind of thing that if you happen to be a photographer and you want to get a special shot, I would call that a special shot.
Exactly. Yeah, totally.
Now this is a very, very, very unusual photograph because it was taken by accident. This, what you're looking at here, is a sea dragon, or as we call them in Europe, a seahorse. But the thing is, Noor was, as she told me earlier, she was trying to take this photograph and then by accident the flash went off.
Accidentally, yeah.
Accidentally,
Yeah.
which made it look like
X-ray.
like an X-ray,
Yeah.
yes, or failing that, like something from outer space. You know, something that you might see on one of Steven Spielberg's movies.
Exactly,
that might come up and sort of take a bite out of you. But it's, I mean, I don't know if for those of you who know a sea dragon or a seahorse, they're tiny. They're very, very tiny.
Yeah.
So when you look at it like this on a photograph, it's an amazing photograph to get this at this size onto a plate and be able to, you know, make the photograph look like this. Amazing. Lovely photograph. And I love the way that it looks like an X-ray. And look at the, I mean, this is almost, I mean, when you look at the parts of the sea dragon that come up his snout or legs or anything, it looks translucent, like you can almost see through it, which is the truth about seahorses anyway. You can nearly see through them.
Yes.
Now this next one coming up here, this is another unusual photograph because again Noor has managed to photograph at very close up this beautiful flower with a butterfly, which she's not very keen on. Noor doesn't like butterflies very much. So it's amazing really that she's got a few, and this is a completely different one. I don't know butterflies very well myself.
Me too.
I don't know the names of them, but I know that this is probably in Malaysia as well.
Yeah,
which they have many butterflies there, of completely different to the ones that we have, say, here or in Europe. They're a different. They're a different type of butterfly.
The color is matching, you know.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I mean, I don't know if that's because the butterfly is that color or because she just uses it as camouflage. When she lands on the flower, she becomes the same color as the flower. I don't know if that's true or not with butterflies. I know there's certain animals when they land on if they land on a leaf, they become green. If they land on a flower, they become the same color because they have this way of camouflaging themselves against predators, against their enemies. Now here's something that's a big favourite of mine, Doha. I love parakeets.
Me too.
I used to have quite a lot of them here in Doha myself. I had a big, like a house. It looked more like a house than a cage.
Whoa.
It was very, very big and they could fly around inside. And because, you know, we used to be able to get by a lot of birds many years ago. Nowadays you can't get so many, but back then you could get parakeets. But I've never seen one like this. I love this colouring.
Colourful.
That it's got, you know, and the green wings. But this, I mean, it's just amazing that it can have so many colours in one place, in one bird. But this bird is actually very small.
Yeah.
It looks quite big here, but it's a small one.
Yes.
And this is also from Malaysia, yes.
Yeah.
This is from Malaysia. And was this done in a bird sanctuary?
Yeah.
In a bird sanctuary.
Yeah.
There you are. There's something unusual for you. And it's certainly an unusual colour scheme. Now, if we go on to these, can you tell me a bit about these girls? Because we've seen quite a few beautiful photographs of these girls. This is another really beautiful costume.
Yeah.
Now, this is for sort of like almost like incense and for burning.
Yeah.
For the
We call it
and it's I think this is a local one, or it's made within the Arabic region. This one.
Yes.
But this costume, where's this from? Which country is this from?
Here.
It's
Qatar.
Qatari.
Yeah.
This is Qatari.
Yes.
And the necklace
Yes. From here too.
from here as well. So I mean, these girls, when you take photographs, we take photographs of young ladies like this, and the way her hair is plaited and done, I mean, they must get a great thrill out of wearing such costumes, because this is not something you can wear every day, is it? You have to wear this only on special occasions.
Yes. Yeah.
Very special occasions.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a really lovely photograph, and I like the moon. Now, usually you see this during the holy month of Ramadan on many photographs. Were these photographs taken to denote this time of the year?
Yeah, maybe.
For Ramadan?
Yeah.
Now this has been taken at a park.
Yeah, it's
with
Strawberry
a lovely
Park.
name. What's it called again?
Strawberry Park.
Strawberry Park. This is called, and even the bird looks like strawberry colouring. Now, is this? I mean, where is this park? Is this
in Malaysia.
It's in Malaysia also.
Yes.
So Noor's done a lot of photography in Malaysia.
Yeah.
How long does she spend there? Do you know?
Actually,
A couple of months.
Yeah,
Something
maybe.
like this. Couple of months. But this is rather a nice little bird. But he looks a bit ruffled. This bird looks a bit. He looks like
He was playing on the water.
Yeah, so he looks like he's just come out of a bath.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and all this is basically from growths and everything that grows along the walls on the park. Strawberry Park. Yes, I wouldn't mind having a little go at Strawberry Park. Right now we move on to this one, and this is another young lady, and this is from Qatar also.
It was like a national day.
National Day.
Yeah. International Day.
And because all of this is all to do with, it's all little things to do to denote the National Day of the State of Qatar. Yes, and you know, all this. Do they, when they dress up in these costumes, are they brought in specially? Are the costumes specially done for them, or do they own their own costumes?
No.
These young ladies.
No, no, no. They ask for it before, you know.
The costumes are done specially for them.
Yes.
And do they keep them, or do they have to return them?
No, they can keep them. They can, you know.
Oh, they can keep them afterwards?
Yes,
oh, I must go and do something for National Day next year. Maybe I'll get to keep a costume.
Yes.
But it's a lot, look at the expression in her eyes. She's got beautifully expressive eyes there. And Noor has really captured it on this. She looks very mischievous. You know, she looks like she's going to, she looks almost like saying, when will this be finished so I can go and have some food?
Yes.
You know, like this. She looks like she wants to go to the party. Now, Roja, now this is a very, it's a very natural but national type of photograph with the lady wearing the national, basically the national costume. What is this called for our viewers who are not used to living in Qatar? What is this piece of clothing called?
Batula.
Batula.
Yes.
And this one?
Milfa. Milfa.
Say this again.
Milfa.
Milfa.
Yes.
This is Batula, and this is Milfa.
Yes.
And this is a sort of costume that you see with many ladies in Qatar. It's obviously with many younger ladies,
Yes.
you see, and it's part of the national dress for ladies of Qatar.
Yes.
Now, this is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. This, we can see this building, you'd have to be blind not to be able to know what this is. But what is the area here that we're looking at? Because you have buildings on this side and buildings on this side, and obviously there's water in the middle. So what is this area?
It's the area between the resorts. It's like there's restaurants, like shops. People can, you know, it's like totally like a hotel, okay?
Yes.
Okay, people can sleep inside. There's a lot of rooms.
Yeah, but this area, there's restaurants here.
Yeah.
Shops.
Yeah.
And basically where people can sit outside.
Exactly.
And which is very, very nice indeed.
Yes.
Now this is this is a photograph. It is a photograph
at home.
of a flower, not a painting.
No.
It's a photograph of a real flower,
Exactly.
a lily.
Yeah.
These smell rather nice. These really do smell rather nice. But this was taken here in Qatar,
Yeah,
at home.
Here at home, yeah.
It's quite amazing the way it's been done, and how large it is.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely, beautiful color of a lily there. And I think these lilies are from Holland. They look like Dutch lilies to me. Now we want to go on, if we can carry on with this. Now this is, of course, this is a Qatara. Can you tell us, can you tell me a little bit about how it was done? Because it was done obviously in silhouette.
Yeah.
You know, this was done with the light at the background and the light.
Yeah, she took the picture because she wanted, like, you know, she wanted to present the lights behind it.
Yeah.
You know, like pink, yellow, like a white pink, then, you know.
All the different types of light, because this is outside, isn't it?
Yes.
This is outside.
Yes.
So basically, what her idea was to take the photograph and put it in silhouette with the light behind and the statue in front. Now, can you tell me a bit about this young man? Because obviously,
Her brother.
This is her brother.
Yes.
And he looks very, very happy, bright and joyful. And yes, he looks like he's really